How many of you are able to think, identify the incident? Raise your hand. Yes, any questions you have about this? Yes, go ahead.
I'm able to remember one incident
Mm,
and very young age. After that, there is no any connectivity
Ah.
and there is no any continuity.
And it does not need to be connected and continued. You see, basically, when you start separating from the oneness, when you started moving from the oneness,
If I got a hit,
ah,
I realized that I got a hit.
that's
That is
all. What I am saying. So the inner image at that moment will be victim. I am a victim. The life image will be life is suffering, torture. And the outer image will be I should fight back. That is the root pattern. All of you understand how the first incident becomes a root pattern. Your whole life, if you see, it will be building only on this pattern. You will be waiting for somebody to hit you. Because you believe life is hitting. First find the incident, then I will explain and make you understand how, based on that root, the patterns are built. How we build. Go ahead.
I remember myself before age of 3. So my devil,
That may not be making you feel separate.
what I remember, it was before age of 2, and I remember sitting in the backyard. I remember what print was my collar, was my shirt. I remember my grandmother knowing that this woman is someone who takes care of me. I remember it was summer, so I remember that. Nothing negative.
What I am saying, no. Sit and relive. You will discover at that moment you never felt outside oneness. It was never your identity developed. It was only the simple dry memory record, like a CCTV camera record. From that you are picking it out.
Okay.
You have not started. Understand? Your identity has not started at that time.
Even if I knew that this woman is not.
See, if your identity has started, there will be some response recorded in that.
Oh, okay. I was just.
If there is no response recorded, identity has not started.
Okay, so I'm not.
It is CCTV footage.
I'm not a devil.
So you are not devil, don't worry.
I saw him. I think it was like before I was 1 year old. I felt like they were holding me, and I was in like a bright room, and I felt like they were gonna drop me, and I was just so scared that they were gonna fall. That's the first thing I remember.
So now, try to find out at that time what you felt about you, inner image, what you felt about others, what you felt about life, and how you reacted. Pen down that.
Cool, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, it's lovely to speak to you. I don't know if this is my first memory, but it's the first thing I can think of. I think I was 3 or 4, and I remember my parents didn't usually put me in daycare. My mom just didn't want to, and for some reason I was in daycare at church. And I remember thinking that the woman who was running it was unintelligent, and I had no respect for her, and I was furious because I was being kept somewhere. And I remember studying the door to try and figure out how to get out, and I did. And then a friend found me in the hallway, and my mother was terrified. And that's it. So.
Okay, so now, when you did that, what was your inner image and what you felt about life and how you reacted? Pen down.
Thank you, Swamiji.
See, let me tell you one small thing. I never had a root pattern. I am telling you this incident. The reaction you gave is not necessary or compulsory just because many of you gave the same reaction. I'll tell you one incident happened in my life. I think when I was 3 or 4, my mother was not able to handle me. It was too much. My mother used to say, 2-ton teakwood cart, I'll tumble it all by my one hand. Once one of my uncle was sleeping on the cart, she told me, go and call your uncle, call him. I went and tried to call Mama, Mama, and he did not get up and he did not come out. He did not wake up. I just tumbled the cart. He rolled on the ground and he was shocked. Nobody else is there other than me, but cart is, means real double cart with all that mosquito curtain stand and everything. How a village cart will be there. If I have to tell in the US language, the king size cart. Top. He was shocked and he is running away, saying some ghost has entered, pay, pay, pay. So my mother was not able to handle me. She said, she went and told my grandfather that you put him in the school. And my grandfather built the local village school. Half of the money he donated and built the school. So he went and told the headmaster, you take him to the school. But the age was not sufficient. You need to have that minimum age. My grandfather said, whatever age you want, you put it and I will sign. Now that is the way, usually they will delay the age. In my case, it is increased. I am born in 78. Usually they will put it 79, 80 to get the advantages. Mine, they pushed it to 77. In document, my birth date is earlier than my birth. I was born in 78. But in the passport, 77. Because they want to put me in the school. My mother said, I cannot live with this fellow anymore. I cannot handle him anymore. You put him in school. So, finally it was decided that I'll be put in school. They usually will tell you to touch this year. My hand was so long, I just touched all. 1 second. And teacher said, all right, you can join the school. That's the scale which they measure. If you are from an Indian village, you will know all this. The typical way of measuring. The child is 6 or not and all that. Anyhow. So, the admission got over and they sent me to my classroom. The class teacher was a converted Christian. See, actually in India, the hereditary Christians, the Catholics are not at all a problem. They live a very happy life, they settle with the whole society, they do not create any mess up. These converted fellows are the most, they create such a nuisance. They go around and tell all the temples, all Hindus that your gods are demon and you are demon, you are devil, don't eat that, don't live on. These converted Christians make a mess. And this fellow is a converted Christian, just recently got converted. He got converted just a few years before. And I am a Adishaiva boy, Orthodox family with full of vibhuti all around and big Rudraksha mala and a small shirt and a trouser. And my grandfather went and left me in the classroom and he went away. The moment this teacher saw me, he called and said, what? Like a whitewashing all over? Like whitewashing the house? What do you mean all over? Tomorrow when you come to class, all these should not be there. What I did, just that's all. I just looked up and down and sat on the seat. I was not supposed to sit till the teacher says you can't sit. I just sat and did not bother about him. So, next day, morning class, I came to the class, same with all the full makeup. And my grandfather was a great inspiration. Till he lived around 96 or 97, till the last day. He did his Shiva Puja and went to his rice merchant. He's a rice merchant and a huge agriculture family. He did his job and just noon he came and had food and slept and left the body. That kind of a beautiful life, no sickness, no hospital, and complete life. So as usual, he did his morning Shiva Puja and put me all that full makeup and Rudraksha and everything, and I went to the school. The moment he saw, the teacher saw me, he got perturbed. I told you yesterday itself, don't come with all this. Me, same reaction. No fear, nothing. And really, I think the teacher's Kundalini got awakened. He got fed up and he said, come to the teacher's room. He screamed and went away to the room. In all the schools there will be teacher's room in India. All Indian schools will have that one teacher's room. Usually you are supposed to stand outside the room and ask, sir, may I come in? I did not bother about all that. I straight walked in. He got so angry. He just got up, started coming near me. Maybe to hit or teach a lesson. I said, please be seated. I said, you don't have to get up, please be seated. And that's it. Now his Kundalini is full and he straight put his left hand and tried to wipe my vibhuti. Means my sacred ash, he tried to wipe. That's it. My Kundalini got awakened. And did not even let his hand near my vibhuti. Ach! That's it. My 10 teeth on his left hand. Nicely on. Because that was the closest attack I can do. I cannot afford to use the hand to stop, and he cannot touch my basma. That is too much. And that's it. And the teeth is not coming out of the hand. It's not coming out of the hand. Nicely got inside. And he is screaming, Dey Udra, Dey Udra, Dey Udra. Means in Tamil he is screaming, hey, leave me, hey, leave me. And I was nicely hanging on his hand, swinging. And then slowly I removed the teeth and just wiped the mouth. He was literally terrorized. And his anger, he said, I will go and tell the headmaster now and throw you out of this school. In Tamil he said, Ippave HM to solli una school odu thorthana vada dey vada. I just put both my hand and I still remember the scene, nicely cool, standing. I told in Tamil, idha vella poi sonna unak danda vekkum. Chinna payan una kadichaanu. I told in Tamil, if you go out and tell, it's shame on you that a small boy has bitten you. Very cool way, with both my hands on the hip. I said, then he was so angry. He was screaming in Tamil, Vekkamanal paravalada, unna school odu thorthiye thirvanda. He was screaming, even if it is shame on me, it's okay, I'll tell the HM and throw you out of the school. And then I kept my hand very coolly, and usually I'll be sitting in the temple. There's a banyan tree. That was a Sthala Vriksha of the temple. And we also recently discovered, few years before, that banyan tree and this banyan tree is from the same root. And same root means the two saplings of the same tree. And there is a past connection. Later on I will explain that. I used to be always sitting under that banyan tree. Up means above that banyan tree. On the branch I will be sitting. And this fellow had an affair with one lady teacher. Both of them will come every day, sit there and sit. And I told him in Tamil, Sari va, nee HM ta enna pathi sollu, nee Lakshmi teacher daily கோயில் ஆலமரத்துக்கு என்ன பண்றீங்க நான் சொல்றேன் வா போலாம். I told him, all right, you come and tell your story. I will tell the HM what you and Lakshmi teacher do every day under that banyan tree in the temple in the evening when you come. That's it. He just pulled out his hand key and tied it and told in Tamil, Sir, நீயும் சொல்லவனா நானும் சொல்லவனா போ போ. Means you also keep quiet, I will also keep quiet. Go, go. Understand? You do not need to respond with fear. For any ordinary person, this could have become a root pattern. But in my case, he had a root pattern. It became root pattern for him, not for me. And very recently, few years before, when I went to Tiruvannamalai, he came back to have my darshan. And his life was completely changed. It means actually his wife died and he got married to the same teacher with whom he was having affair. The same Lakshmi teacher, he got married, and she also died. When she got married, she insisted he get back to Hinduism, and he got back to Hinduism because he moved to Christianity to marry his first wife. First wife is a Christian, so he became Christian and married. But when he married this teacher, she got him back to Hinduism, but she also passed away. She also died, and he is now elderly person living retired life, and he came to have my darshan. The moment he touched my feet and got up, I picked his left hand only and saw my 10 teeth are there. And the moment I touched, he took the hand off and said, I said, no, I am healing. Still he is alive. Still he is alive. And he has even given an interview showing that see your Swami's teeth. Still the mark is there. Not full 10 teeth. It has reduced, maybe I can say 70% reduced, only 30% mark is there, but still the mark is there. You can see very clearly, it is nicely. All I am trying to tell you is, you do not need to react to life out of powerlessness. It is not compulsion.
So
Yes.
I feel like the situation I was in could have been yours, where I was strong and me. But since I chose to be powerless in a way, I mean,
I understand.
well, because I did get what I wanted. Like I did say I want this, and I got it, but everything made
Lot
me
of
sad.
powerlessness.
So I was in a place of powerlessness.
Yes.
Should I go back and like relive it
Yes.
in a better
yes,
option?
Yes. We'll see. Shall we do one thing? I'll do one thing. Now all of you sit and pen down the incident, relive, and find the inner image, how you felt about you. That's the first statement you made about yourself. And life image, about life, what is the first statement you made, and how you reacted. Pen down, then I will answer your questions, because lot of your questions will be useful after you do the exercise. Please pick up the paper and pen.